And let me see if I can get some music on. And I'll be back in like a minute and a half. I promise I'm coming soon. Not like that. Don't take that out of context. Pretend there's still a minute left on the timer. Okay, we are back, I think. We'll see. I guess that's the main thing. Thanks for being patient, everyone. If it's not one thing, it's the other. Isn't that kind of how it always goes? I guess my OBS just reset everything to factory settings for some reason. So there wasn't any audio, so I had to restart my computer, and then chat wasn't popping up. So all this great stuff that was working like 20 minutes ago that isn't, but what can you guys do? Anyways, welcome everyone. How are y'all doing? Let me try and get some stuff a little more organized here. I really need the way I have my monitors set up, it's really hard to see stuff on my second monitor, so I have to get a little creative with my space management. What's up everyone? How you guys doing? It's been a long time. It's been way too long. I miss you guys. I'm gonna be planning on streaming more this year, and especially in the next 2 months, hopefully, assuming things don't keep breaking. So if you guys like these live streams and hanging out and chatting and maybe playing some games here in the future, let me know, because I like talking to you guys and I miss you guys. Everything's working?
Yes. Okay.
Yay. Yay, Josh is here. What's up? Is Colby still here? Maybe he'll find his way back. That's all good. Well, welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in 23 minutes late. I apologize about that. I swear one of these times when I start to stream, we're actually going to start on time. But everything... Okay, I'm not going to say everything's working now, but as you guys can probably see by the new overlay and everything, I have been working on getting stuff set up so that way streaming looks a little bit better, a little more professional and a little bit more me, and not just, you know, me talking in front of just my face as the whole screen. So give it just another minute or two to see if anyone else trickles in from the live stream, and then we'll go ahead and get started with these big, exciting announcements. Pretend the camera's like zooming in on my face for dramatic effect. You guys have anything you want to chat about? Post it in the chat. Let me know. I tried to set up alerts and a lot of stuff, but I don't know if it all worked yet. Theoretically, it worked in testing, just like how everything else theoretically worked, but we saw how the beginning of that last stream went. Well, so we'll see. Anyone get anything exciting for the holidays? Anyone do anything exciting? Get any big new setups or new PS5 games or Spider-Man 2 and 100%ed it in like a day? Just me? Okay. All right. I think this is the first year my wife didn't get me something that was HHN related, so I don't have really anything new to put back up here. Actually, let me turn this on real quick. It doesn't matter that much. Here we are. So welcome, everyone. It is 2024. I'm so excited that it's back. Honestly, I'm so excited that we're on to the next year. 2023 is gone, which means we got a brand new slate of exciting things coming our way this year. Tons of new speculation, tons of new events, hopefully tons of exciting news. Wow, Mary, I didn't know you visited your son. That's crazy. Spent way too much money picking up HA. Ooh, a 2005. Oh, Josh, that's sick. What was the 2005 sign? Because I know that was a storyteller year. That's awesome. And 2007 media gift from Carnival of Carnage. Oh, that sounds... You gotta step up your game, babe. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I've always wanted to have one of those media gifts, though. Those sound super awesome. So, I guess since everyone sees big announcement or something in the title, I should probably start with that. So if you guys have watched one of my videos today, or maybe not, you will see... Let me try and get this switched over real quick, because I swear I remember how to stream. Haha. So if you guys are to look at any of my videos now, you'll see that there is a nice little join button down here, and that brings you to the channel memberships. Yay! So first off, I want to thank everyone for subscribing and being able to get me to this point. Like, honestly, that's the big deal. That's what makes me super stoked in the first place, is knowing that you guys want to stick around and are actually looking forward to this stream and coming to hang out, and that it's not just one of those, you want to hear about HHN, so you're just here along for the ride. But channel memberships are something that is going to be live right now. So if you guys do want to put in a little bit extra money out of your pockets every month to be able to get some pretty cool perks, you are able to do that. Let's see, who do we got? Welcome girl from Duckville, 10th year going to Horror Nights. It's gonna be a good one. I say that every year, but I have super faith this year. Big sign with swords, media gifts. Yeah, oh, I'm so jelly, Josh. I'm so jelly. That's awesome. Anyways, getting back to channel memberships here. I think you guys should be able to see this. Yeah. So it might be blurry. I don't really know how to make that better if it is. But if you guys do want to do any channel memberships, I'll be making a short video that breaks these down sometime in the next whenever I have time. But for as low as $2.99 per month, you guys can get some pretty cool perks, at least I think pretty cool perks. You guys can hang out with me, get to know me a little bit more, and get some good benefits. And all of that stuff, all that money from the memberships is going to be going towards making the channel bigger. It's not going to be so that way I can go buy a mansion right next to or HHN, so that way I can go every time. It's going to go towards scenic design projects that I want to start. Excuse me. It's going to go to getting better gear so I can get nicer POVs of events and nicer footage for you guys. A better computer, so theoretically when I do start streaming more often, my computer won't explode because it can hardly handle me editing on Premiere Pro right now. So I'm just going to run through these guys real quick. I don't want to waste all of your time talking about how amazing I am because you guys probably get enough of that already, but for just as low as $2.99, this is going to be the first tier, the Scaredy Cat Connoisseurs. And if you guys do join as well, you'll get a loyalty badge next to your name whenever you guys are in chat, and you'll get some custom emojis. There's only going to be 4 right now that you can see on screen, but as more people join and as the channel gets bigger, I'll try and stay up to date with adding more. Nixie, you want to say hi? I don't know if you're in camera right now, but say hi. You're a Scaredy Cat Connoisseur. Look at that. All right, so if you guys do join with the Scaredy Cat, not only will you get those badges, okay, just walk right on the desk there, badges and emojis, but you'll also be privy to some members-only things on the community tab of this page. So you'll be able to get daily updates on the Scaredy Cats when they're not sitting right here. I don't know if I can... I don't know if you guys can see her standing right here being annoying. Hi, Nixie. Say hi. But you'll get some membership-only things such as updates just for you guys every day, just for members. So whether it's something like just a photo of the day, or if it's stories about their lives, maybe it's a short video of their exploits, you guys will be able to see those every single day, 365 of Kitty Overload. You also get some members-only polls, so if... So anytime want to try out any new ideas for content or anything that you guys want to specifically see, I'll be doing polls from time to time. It'll be a great place for us just to casually talk, help you guys shape the future of this channel, and help us get to know each other a little bit more when we're not streaming, because not everyone can always be here at this time. And that's okay, because we've all got lives. You also get priority replies to comments, so if you guys want to, again, start a bigger conversation for me, I'm really bad at texting my friends, but I promise I'll get back to you guys in the comments. That is one thing that I can make. And I am also starting a Discord server with access to that with this tier. My wife did a great job setting everything up today. I still have a lot to learn for Discord, and a lot of this is going to be learning curves going on, but I want to go on this journey with you guys. So if you're willing to help, it's great. If not, I completely understand. Literally just subscribing to this channel and watching these videos, that does literally more than most people would do, and that's what I appreciate. And I'll also, with this first tier as well, You guys will be able to find me during Halloween events. Anytime I go to somewhere, whether it's Knott's, HHN, Orlando, or Hollywood, wherever I am during the Halloween season, I'll make a little post on my YouTube page saying, hey, this is where I'm at, or in the Discord, so you guys can come hang out with me for half hour, talk in person, learn a little bit of stuff, get some stickers. Of course, I'm not going to say, hey, you can't talk to me, you guys didn't pay the monthly membership. So if you guys see me in the streets, you can still say hi. But this is like a tracking device, more or less, I guess is the best way to put it. If you guys know where I am, if you guys know I'm in a park, but you don't know where I am, this will be able to help you out. Then if you guys want to be put in a little more support towards the channel, next tier, Michael Memers, you guys are going to get one stream every single month. That's just for this second tier members. It's going to be at least 90 minutes long, could be even longer than that. So it's not going to be just a one and done rinky-dink type thing. Maybe it's going to be games, maybe it's just going to be a casual hangout, maybe it's going to be sharing some insights. Who knows? It's really going to be up to what you guys want. And that's also where those member-only polls are going to come in. You guys will be able to say what you want to do for these. You're also going to get a membership, which will allow you guys to put your username or whoever username you want hidden within the videos. You know, a lot of people do their like, oh, here's my Patreon list at the end, or they copy and paste everyone in the comments. I'm going to make you guys actually part of the videos. So anytime I have those little animated bits or cutaways or memes or anything weird like that, I'll get you guys not only hidden somewhere in there so you guys can kind of look for wherever your names are at, but I'll also do a more standard shout out during my intros or outros or something. So that way you'll get at least 2 types of recognition throughout the year, if not more frequently from that. And then also at least 1 members only video each month, whether it's a quick vlog, a little tutorial on something I'm editing, or just a really quick kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Shorter video essay. You guys will get something that's exclusive just for you guys. So that's super exciting, I think. And I'm really excited to try and get all this stuff done. And of course, you'll also get all of the previous perks and all the badges and everything from that first tier. And if you guys really want to help out and be a Halloween harbinger, you will get a little more exclusive perks, such as members-only webinars. Just like the streams in the previous tier, these will be at least 90 minutes, but they're going to be a bit more technical. They'll be maybe about how I edit my videos, or when I get to doing more scenic design stuff. How do I do that? So if you guys do want to know just a little bit more about how things work and want to be a little bit more part of the process, this might be something that you could be interested in. And these things are going to grow and change as the channel grows and changes as well. So don't feel stressed or pressured to do anything right now. And then you guys will, with this, get a SixBillium totem. So I will do something handcrafted for each and every one of you guys, and I'll probably send it out right before Halloween season starts every year. I've already got a little bit of an idea for what I want to do this year. More details coming soon, but it'll be some cool little handcrafted gift that you guys won't be able to get anywhere else, and I'll send it out to everyone. So if you guys are interested, feel free to join. No pressure. Just being here and hanging out is perfect enough for me. I enjoy it. I do also have alerts and everything set up theoretically for the stream. So if you guys were to subscribe or get one of those memberships or anything, theoretically you should have a little animated overlay that plays, but we'll see how that goes, because I also tested those and they seemed like they work, but we know how that goes. So that is going to be that side of the announcements, the memberships. Yay, super excited about that. And I'm excited to see where those go. Just a little bit of channel updates as well, things to look forward to before we get into this speculation. Excuse me. I'm dying. Call 911. Don't actually. So right now I'm gonna try, oh, look at that, Scaredy Cat Connoisseur, Josh. I don't know if the alert played, but I see that I got a...
The alert did not play.
Yeah, that's about kind of that's what I expected. We'll troubleshoot that another stream.
I haven't gotten there yet, so I don't know.
We'll see. I didn't see anything Maybe it's slightly delayed on my end. We're going to figure it all out in the future. It's no stress today. I kind of the fact that we're even still here 15 minutes later and everything hasn't burned to the ground is kind of higher expectations than I had for my first stream in 3-4 months. So I'm going to take anything. I'm going to take what I can get. But I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doing your part to test the stream. That's right. Look at that. You got the badge and the highlighted name. Let's go. So like I said, I do plan on doing more streams in the coming months, especially these next 2 months. I do want to focus on getting HHN content out as well, but it's gonna take a little bit of time for me to get videos. Also, on a personal note, I'm trying out some new meds this month, so I don't want to bite off more than I can chew in case things don't go the way that I'm hoping they go. And I don't want to get too overwhelmed with that. This is still kind of this channel hasn't even been a thing for a year, so at this point, I'm not expecting everything to be perfect. I'm not ready to start cranking it out. There's still a little bit of learning curve, and there's still a little bit of stuff that needs to be done before we get there. And I'm hoping by June, that's when I'm going to be like, yep, firing on all cylinders. Let's get going. So the next 2 months, expect some more streams. What I'm planning on doing regularly is at least 2 streams every single week. And what those I want to be are speculation. Full disclaimer, sorry Colby if you're somewhere in here. I do not like talking about speculation. I shouldn't say I don't like talking about speculation. Excuse me. It's very easy for speculation to get off the rails very quickly. It's very easy for people to read into what is being said more than it actually is. And I don't know anything. I don't even live in Florida. I don't have that many contacts that know stuff. So whatever you guys hear from me is what you'll probably hear from anywhere else, but I am going to put in my own personal insights and things that I might think happened that I haven't seen anyone else talk about. But so one of those streams each month is going to be speculation. Hopefully we'll be able to cut those down into like a 15 minute video. So that way you guys can watch the highlights if you aren't able to attend the live stream, and we can discuss a little more in the comments, what may or may not be coming. But I just personally, I like keeping everyone in the loop and like talking about HHN, but doing spec videos every single week is just a little too time consuming for what I'm able to do right now. And I don't want you guys to be watching spec videos every single week and not actually getting substantive content that will still be relevant a week or 2 later, if that makes sense. So stay tuned for speculation streams, very casual chatting, having fun, whatnot. And then secondly, HHN trivia. I'm still in the planning phases for how we're gonna do this. I don't know if you guys watch the Disney trivia that Inside the Magic does, but that's my wife's favorite part of the week, by a long shot. But I don't just want to copy and paste what somebody else is doing and say, hey, look what I did, it's great. And I also like the live stream aspect. I want to be able to interact with you guys while we're doing trivia and maybe have some cool membership rewards or stuff for trivia, more interactive, but I also don't know how to cut that stream down into a marketable video quite yet. So trial and error with that in the coming months, but hopefully come March, April, May, sometime later on this year, hopefully we should be able to at least get 1 HHN stream every week, if not bi-weekly. Yeah, I agree, Josh. Spec is just, this early in the year, it's just ideas. There's hardly anything that's semi-concrete, but I'll do a quick rundown here at the end of what I think could happen or could not happen. Secondly, this channel will turn 1 year old in, let's see how many, about 2.5 months. March 30th is the day that I uploaded my first video last year, March 30th, 2023. And I do have some very big special announcements planned for them. My first real big scenic design project I'm going to be doing around that time, and I'm going to announce it. But until then, there's still a little bit more that needs to fall into place before I want to share too many details with you guys. So maybe a little bit of a quiet next 2 months or so, aside from some streams here and there, maybe a few videos, but I'm still trying to figure everything out. Oh, Nixie's coming for a gift.
I don't know what.
I don't know if I can get the... Oh, there she is. Hi, Nixie. You guys don't know how terrifying it is when you're editing up here and you're in the zone and all you just hear is screaming, and then she just morphs out from under your desk like, hey guys, what's up? I'm here. Thank you, Nixie. If anyone's curious, this is the present I was given for good luck, so good luck, Mousy. Maybe we should put him right up there as a good luck totem for the stream. Fallout Maze would be dope. I totally agree. A Fallout Maze would be dope. Pump Rock Playroom. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on it or not. There may or may not be a special event that's coming to the studios in a couple of months that's more anime based, just based off of rumors I've heard that I don't know that much about, so I don't want to get into it. But I do kind of have an idea for a video about how video games could look, like how non-horror specific video games could work in as haunted houses. So that might be something that I explore as a scenic design video, or maybe a video essay come later on this summer. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll see it there. Oreo Will, what's up? Yep, Nyx is here. The other two are staring at me from the ground. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything or anything you want to see, put it in the chat there. I'm gonna take a sip quick. Oh wait, let me see if I can, real quick, let me, boop, boop, boop. Let me see if I can put Josh's membership here, and I can make that a thing, so that way we can celebrate with him together. Let's see here. Let's see. It would help if I could spell your name right. Just a second. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works, maybe. Nope, it just don't like me, but that's okay. No cranky, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll figure it out at some point. Next time, Josh, we'll make it work, I promise. We'll find a way. Screams internally. It's fine. Anyways. Ooh, can you make... I've never played Fallout 76. You can make a haunt in that? That sounds awesome. I guess you can, like, update your settlements or something, can't you? I don't know. Maybe I need to get back into that. All right, so that's all I've got for announcements for you guys for right now. So I just want to do a quick rundown of Spec and everything. Oh, and also if you guys see sub goal up, I'm backwards, I think. Where is it? Where there. So I'm gonna be, of course, I'm trying to grow this channel so I can do as cool stuff as I can. Yay! Will's a scaredy cat connoisseur too. Let's go! And it's still not popping up, so I don't know. It's not even coming onto my stream, which I don't... It's coming in the chat, but it's... I don't know. I'll figure it out. Oh, maybe it's because I haven't set up payment yet. Because I need to have X number of memberships before I can do that. Maybe that's what it is. I'll take a look at that anyways. But... sub goals. Of course, I'm trying to grow this channel, so I'm going to be posting sub goals during various streams. If you guys subscribe, eventually, hopefully, maybe there's an overlay. If somebody is not subscribed or knows somebody who isn't subscribed that wants to subscribe right now to test it out, we can do that. But if we can get 100 subs in the next couple months or so, we'll do a virtual HHN night, which is where we'll basically watch all the POVs of the houses. We'll talk about everything. I'll give you guys the insight that I learned from the tours and from talking with people who have worked there, try and give some Easter eggs, and basically just kind of make it like a real HHN night with myself. That's hopefully a little more exciting than your average run of the Shay with the scaredy cat. Woo woo. I really don't know why this isn't working. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna go cry in the corner after this. I'm just a little upset that these overlays aren't working.
Figure it out.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna. Can I? I have too much stuff open, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, let's get into this speculation here. If you guys don't want to tune in for this, you're more than welcome to head out. I'm not gonna be mad. Don't worry, I promise. Everyone has lives. It's all good. But I do want to run over just a few things that I've heard, that I've read. I'm an RIP tour guide. Hi, Aaron. I want to be an RIP tour. If I was still at Universal, I'd be an RIP tour guide. What's up, Aaron? Welcome to the party. We were just talking about channel memberships, trying to figure out why nothing is working on this. We're going to talk about a little bit of Spec now. Just kind of things that I think might be at the event, my opinions on all of the stuff that's out there. I'm sure you guys see the big three that I have in the thumbnail for this chat. Gremlins, Five Nights at Freddy's, and Scream. I'm gonna be 100% honest. You guys know Five Nights at Freddy's. You guys know that's coming, 100%. Not only is it Five Nights at Freddy's celebrating 10-year anniversary with movies, books, video games, #1 at the box office, even with Peacock streaming. Plus, there's a great relationship between Blumhouse and HHN. Like, it's a lock, guys. Come on, it's 100% a lock. And I'll eat my shoe on stream if it isn't. Guarantee. Bet. I do think there's some really cool stuff that they could do with it. I hate to say Blumhouse is formulaic, but after going through Black Phone, Freaky, and... Didn't we have a Blumhouse maze this last year that I'm completely blanking on? I don't remember. Anyways, I'm not a very good HHN streamer, am I? Jesus. But I feel like there was enough formulaic scenes, there was enough one-liners and quips and stuff that it's one of those movies where you can kind of already see what HHN is going to do with it as a haunted house. Plus, if you guys didn't see this post, I wonder if I can find it here real quick. The official Blumhouse Facebook page or social media or whatever posted this checklist of things that you have to do in 2024, and come on.
Exorcist Believer.
Yes, that's what it was. Exorcist Believer. Thank you, Skull and Spooky. Also, welcomes. Yeah, welcome. I'm glad you're here, man. That's awesome. Yeah, Exorcist Believer. You can kind of figure out what scenes they're going to do from Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think out of any IP that's been created in the decade, or at least, that is 100% the most HHN, tailored to HHN, house that you could get. All right, here we go. Should be able to. I'm on my own Facebook, so don't dox me or anything. But yeah, Blumhouse officially posted this bucket list saying go to HHN next year, or this year, I guess now technically. So I would say it's pretty fair that out of everything that Blumhouse has put out, this would be the one that's going to make it to make it. What do I think we're not going to see? Terrifier. Back to me. Dramatic zoom in. A lot of people have been talking about Terrifier recently, and I don't know why. All I'm gonna say is, are these people going to the same HHN that I'm going to? Not in a disrespectful way, but like, this is the HHN that had to cancel fake human sacrifices in a 2014 scare zone because it was too offensive, or the ones that had to take all of the angels out of the Fallen in 2017 because it was too controversial of a topic. The writing in Terrifier is better than some horror movies, but it's not necessarily, you know, the highest brow and the most respectful conversations between characters. There's some stuff that can be a little, do I really want to put my name on that? And I can't see stuff like that actually making it into the HHN event. Maybe Hollywood gets it as an exclusive. I think that's the only way that it comes into the event. But I do not think, right? I just can't see Terrifier coming. It's too extreme. It doesn't have a lot of characters that you would want to feel like represent besides Art the Clown. And there's already one very, very popular clown in HHN mythos that I don't think people would want the comparison between Art and Jack, or Art becoming bigger than Jack. And then, you know, you've got this whole, what happens if an IP icon becomes more big and more synonymous with an event than the actual original icons that they've created for it. Let's see. I agree, Colby. Original on Krampus or Mothman would be cool. I just really want an original haunt that has monsters or creatures that aren't Yeti, or are like something big, but not something that we've seen before, or that we haven't seen that often. And I think that's something that would tick that box. Skull and Spooky, The Room, Beast. Yeah, 100%. Skull and Spooky. The other thing I was going to say for FNAF that I forgot, in 2019, they had those arcade machines for Stranger Things. You guys remember that house, Stranger Things 2, when it had like the title screen and you went through the arcade? They still probably have those props. They had bigger versions of those arcade machines over in the Anarcade Scare Zone that year. And 2018, you had the Shitty's Kids area that was... what's it called, in Slaughter Cinema, that was basically a Chuck E. Cheese type establishment. So I'm sure they probably still have some of those bigger props stored away somewhere, which this would be a perfect time to bring them back out. Not that every time Universal has a prop they can recycle, they say, yes, let's do this property. But there's some groundwork there that might lend it a little bit more credence. Not Scary Farm might do Terrifier. Yeah, Punk Rock? I don't know. Have they done IPs recently? Because wasn't Quarantine one of the last IPs that they did? I don't know. Knott's is ballsy with bringing back The Hanging. So maybe they will do it. But if they do Terrifier, maybe they'll wait until after the trilogy's done. I guess we'll have to wait and see a little bit more later this year. Hey, Aaron, great minds think alike. Let's go. Yeah, as much as I think Terrifier would be great, because I would love to see an actual really bloody, really extreme haunted house, not like Blood Moon this year or something where it's like the set dressing, but where it's a lot of like tag team gruesome scares with dismemberment and like all that stuff. That would be great. I just think it's too effects heavy and too graphic for what the main Orlando audience would actually want to put up with. Now, a lot of people have been talking about Universal Monsters. At this point, it's been, what, 4 events? Yeah, 4 events in a row with Universal Monsters, and I'd say that's pretty much a lock. Creature from the Black Lagoon is what's leading the rumors right now. I think a Creature House would be great. The only problem I have with the Creature House is that the Creatures portion in 2019's Haunt sucked. That's right, I'll say it. You got this really cool amphibious monster that can swim underwater. Great environments that we could never see, or that we probably haven't seen much of at HHN before, and they give him the section where it's just walking through a bunch of blank rock walls with him popping out. No unique scare tactics, no cool scenery. just a few overhead props to say like, yeah, you're underwater. So I think if they were going to do it, even if the underwater sections aren't the hugest part of that haunt, I don't know if there's enough substance and there's enough... I don't know if there's a way that Orlando would be able to translate it into something that feels worthy of being a fifth house in the franchise, or being different enough that it's still interesting and doesn't seem like the stinker out of the bunch. It doesn't seem like the Chucky of the year. But hey, maybe they'll surprise me. Dead Man's Pier had some pretty good underwater scenes at the end of that haunt. I just don't know how they would do Creature from the Black Lagoon. Given that most of the monsters' houses have been pretty straightforward, Bride of Frankenstein Lives had a pretty nice flow with a lot of different, what's the word? A lot of different story beats and a lot of different elements, but I just don't know how that would translate to Creature from the Black Lagoon. Plus, even if they did some underwater stuff with like the swamps surrounding, above ground, I should say, a lot of the vegetation and outdoor scenes that HHN normally makes are like with dead vegetation or like dead decaying. So I don't know how they would do a big lush swampy thing inside of a haunted house. I don't know how they would do the foliage. Oh, chat's popping off. What do we see? Japanese urban legends. I agree, Skull and Spooky. I know that was on the spec map last year, so hopefully we see something like that. I don't know if any of you guys have been going to Knott's Scary Farm, other than a few people in this chat, but they had a house. I don't remember what the first year of it was, but it was called Shadowlands, and it was so good. The ending had like these samurai actors that were on a bungee, and they would float back and forth and like chop off the heads of these mannequins. It was so cool. And then there was another scene where I don't know what the demon it was supposed to represent was, but it was just giant hands that were pretty much the size of my torso. Giant foam hands just on a pulley over you, and they would just ram into you as you were walking through and like slightly caress your sides. Oh, so creepy. So good. Did I ever get my picture that was in HHN? There's two people in this chat that are holding it hostage. They said I'm not cool enough to get it, so eventually I did. Hayden, yes, I did see the Blumhouse HHN post. We were just talking about that. I'm pretty sure it's got to be a Five Nights at Freddy's plug. Next time I do a stream on speculation, hopefully within the next week or two, maybe I'll do a little bit of a deeper dive into what the Blumhouse slate is for this year. But I think I think Blumhouse is basically going to be the new monsters. I think we're going to get a Blumhouse every single year for the foreseeable future. And that's perfectly fine with me. Colby, Mortal Kombat would be perfect. That's true. Actually, back in the day, when I made my own HHN event in like 2010 or something, I had Soul Calibur as like my number one haunt that I wish they would do. So I still have some ideas for that in the back of my head. Maybe they'll transform, or maybe they'll come to fruition if we ever do see a Mortal Kombat haunt. But that'd be awesome. And yeah, the effects they did in Dueling Dragons this year could be similar to what they do for Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Yeah, that's awesome. Skull and Spooky. House on Poseidon's Fury. I'm going to get to that here in just a second. Aaron, you got me. Yeah, they did do a good job in Seeds. But that was more like overgrown attached to the sets and not as much like standalone from what I remember. But we'll have to see. Apparently, I need to brush up more on HHN, or I'm been doing too much HHN and I'm burnt out. I don't know what yet. God of War. Oh, don't get me started on God of War. Oh, I'd be so happy if we saw Draugrs. Oh, Josh, it was supposed to come to Great America. Never did. No. I'll admit, Josh, the first year I did it was its second year at Knott, so it was pretty good. But by like the fifth year, it was in dire disrepair. I'm sorry you guys don't have. I think I said this when we did our tour, but I'm sorry that you guys don't have Haunt up there anymore, and that it's now the kid-friendly, I don't remember what it's called. Festival of Fantasy is what's coming to mind, but that's not true. Yeah, if we ever get like a urban legends house again, whether it's American, Mexican, Japanese, any of that, I'd be so down. But I think Japanese is what would stick the landing the best. So talked about monsters, talked about Terrifier. Everyone's also talking about Gremlins coming to HHN this year, and that's another one that's tricky for me. Yes, it's the 40th anniversary. Yes, everyone's wanted Gremlins for 18,000 years. But it's a Warner Bros. Property, and we all know that Warner Bros. Isn't necessarily the greatest partner with HHN and Universal. They really haven't struck a good partnership in a long, long time. So I just don't see it, unfortunately. The other issues that you kind of have with that, I shouldn't say issues. The other front-running speculation is that all the animatronics and puppets from Chucky this last year can just be reskinned. I mean, when you look at Hollywood's Chucky haunt, which was far and away better than Orlando's in every single regard, like, they had to have at least 15 to 20 different animatronics in that haunt that were functioning on their own. Like, it's truly one of the most technologically incredible haunts I've ever been in. So Hollywood could easily kind of reskin those into Gremlins puppets. Will they? I don't know. You also have the issue with how, to be blunt, poorly received Chucky was this last year. I don't think it was the worst haunt last year. I think it did a lot wrong, but I also think it did a lot right that people aren't getting it credit for. But after a haunt with having basically I don't want to say short characters, but with the main antagonist of that house being about the same size of a gremlin, give or take, and being received so negatively, I'm not sure how well that's going to bode for doing another haunt that's similarly campy and has the potential to not be as scary. But I guess only time will tell. Tricks and treats, that's what it was. Valley Fair, which is 40 minutes away from where I used to live in Minnesota, did the same thing, and I still couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, that's true. Just fly to HHN Hollywood. Yeah, Gremlin's a lot like Chucky. Oh, yeah. Might get a Friday the 13th house because of the Netflix show. That's true, Colby. But rights are just complicated. I know there was that big ongoing case between whatever was the original director, like the producer of Friday the 13th. So even though they're doing the new show, I'm still not sure exactly how far the rights go for that and how complicated that gets in. So I think that one might take another year or two at the very least to sort out. But I never saw Jason at HHN, actually. I saw him in Hollywood in 2017 for Titans of Terrors, but I think that's the last time and only time I saw Jason at Halloween or at HHN. Which, after seeing Michael Myers for so many years, that's really kind of crazy to think about. But one IP that I haven't seen mentioned anywhere, I'm basing this purely off of my own, instincts and intuition. So don't put as much stock into this as some other stuff. But you saw it in the thumbnail, Scream. Everyone has been talking about Scream the last few months. I had no idea how to make a video on Scream, but I almost did. It has been all over the headlines. I don't know how everyone in the chat feels here, but I know probably 90% or more that heard the story probably don't view Spyglass and everyone in a favorable light right now. Scream is not getting the press that it wants to. Christopher Landon left, Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, the two leads of it, left. And as much as I love Chad and Mindy, spoiler alert, so plug your ears for the next 10 seconds if you haven't seen Scream 6 and don't want to be spoiled, but if they would have just killed the two of them off in Scream 6 like they should have, this wouldn't be an issue. Like, we could have just, completely moved on to another group or something. But what can you do? Anyways, with all of the negative press going on about Scream, what are they going to do to get it favorable? Maybe this is the year that they finally relent. They finally give the rights out to allow it to be used at HHN, or just some event in general. Maybe Six Flags pick it up since they picked up The Conjuring and Saw last year. But that's going to be a good way for people to realize, oh yeah, we really do like Scream. this was a great property. And if they can pull that little under the rug move and kind of get publicity back in their favor and have everybody forget about all the bad stuff that happened by showing all of the good stuff that happened with all these new haunted houses and how great they were, who knows? Reset the media cycle. Will it happen? I don't know, but I think it would be a clever move on their part for sure if they were to take that direction while they're trying to figure out what to do with Scream 7. And hopefully they... I don't even know what they need to do with Scream 7 anymore, let's be honest. Slaughter Cinema sequel. I do have thoughts that maybe one day we will get a Slaughter Cinema sequel. It's been 6 years, so maybe. Another thing is they've been teasing 3D monsters with the Dead Coconut Club recently, and each one of those each year has kind of had a different theme. So maybe this is the year where either we get monsters that are kind of that schlocky 3D, or we finally get back to it with Slaughter Cinema and we get a more campy type haunt. Yes, Yeti this last year was campy, but it wasn't schlocky. I guess that's the best term. Something that's like Slaughter Cinema, where it's just so fun and it's so campy and so stupid and so unrealistic that it just becomes all-time greatest ever. Poseidon's Fury, I don't think that's coming this year. I don't want to burst people's bubbles because I know everyone was super, super, super excited when they announced Dragons last year and when that was rumored. I think it's just too soon for Poseidon's Fury. Yes, it's the 25th anniversary, but it's right after they did a Dueling Dragons one. It's what, 2 years after the attraction would have closed and right before they're going to open to Epic. I think they're going to be focusing next year, or I guess this year. I keep forgetting it's 2024. I think the focus for this year is going to be on creating a new slate of unforgettable stuff, taking what worked last year and evolving it. I just don't think it's time for Poseidon's Fury just quite yet. I really think they need to find a way to make it more scary. Oh, here she comes. Yep, enjoy my Rouge the Bat mouse pad. Come here. Oh, you gotta come all the way out, princess. There we go. I don't know if you guys can hear her screaming when she does that, or if it's just me. What do we get? Ugh. Maybe I need to do something like this. Every time Nyx brings us a present on stream, I need to give away a membership or something. Maybe that would be a fun game to play one of these days. Blue Mousy is our gift. Put it right back up here. Add it to the stream. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, Poseidon's Fury. Dueling Dragons wasn't necessarily scary, but I just can't really see how how they would translate the story of Poseidon's Fury into a haunted house. You can kind of understand it with Dueling Dragons, but Poseidon's Fury, maybe in 5 years for the 30th anniversary, but I don't know. House-themed aliens, yes. At one of the tents, yeah, 100% agree, Skull and Spooky. Josh, I gotta get back to you here in a second. Oh, Amanda kind of already said it. Yeah, 100%. When's the last time we got an alien haunt at HHN? I know there was in the Invasion Scare Zone, but I can't think of anything. Amazon Cannibals from Planet Hell in 2018 and Seeds of Extinction. But I can't really remember the last time there was like a straight, solid alien/sci-fi concept. Hellblock Horror kind of counts, but that was a last-minute thing, so I don't fully acknowledge it. But yeah, I would have loved a sci-fi one. Josh mentioned Dark Entities. That's actually one of my favorite haunted houses of all time. I'm planning on, at some point, before haunt season this year, I do want to do a deep dive video essay on Dark Entities, because I think there's a lot of lessons that can be learned from the first year they had that haunt to the second year and onward. And I just loved it. Honestly, it was great. I don't know how great the footage is, since this was my first year being able to film. And for those of you who don't go to the West Coast, they actually let you film inside of their haunts at Knott's and HHN at the very least. I think I spent like 2 hours just going through Dark Entities this last year trying to get footage, and it was honestly such a great core memory. And there's a lot of stuff I want. Yeah, no, it's on my hat. I was waiting for somebody to notice. Thank you, Shay. As I say, I love it so much that I had this hat, and I almost got the hat again this year because they changed the logo on it. But then I was like, maybe that's a little too far. Maybe that's a little too far. Let's see, anything? Yeah, I guess Killer Clown's kind of aliens, but yeah. Let's see. And as far as Spec, that's pretty much all that I have kind of out the top of my head right now. There is one other haunt outside of Five Nights at Freddy's that I would be willing to put money on, and that is Dr. Oddfellow versus Jack. I cannot talk tonight. Good Lord. But anyways, HHN 32 was just such a good year overall. It's been a while since there was that level of cohesiveness. Like, yeah, 2019 was like super retro, anarcade, neon, synthwave vibes, but and 30 was the anniversary year, but I mean, with 30, you kind of just throw so much at the wall that hope it sticks, and there's just so much that happened that year that it's kind of hard to say, yes, I could follow every single thread that was going on, and 31 kind of fell back on that as well. But this year with Dr. Oddfellow, 5 unified scare zones, a meet and greet with the icon literally at the front of the park who's roaming, I think, and the positive reception that got, not just because Dr. Oddfellow was portrayed by very attractive males, which I will agree with, but I think that's one of the things that that's one of the most positive things that I've heard about the event in years, was people being able to interact with Dr. Oddfellow, the cohesiveness that it brought throughout the entire event with the scare zone and the haunts, being able to see him in multiple scare zones and kind of figure out that lore as you're going through the zones. That's something that's been sorely missed for a while. So the fact that it's back and got very good reviews, I think it's going to be something that's built upon this next year. Are we going to get a new icon? Nah, too early to tell. Do I think that Jack versus Dr. Oddfellow is a shoo-in for one of the haunts? 100%. 100%. Maybe it's a scare zone. Maybe it's a show. Maybe we get super lucky. But I would say 100% count on them being back next year. It just makes too much sense to me. Makes sense. Just like how Five Nights at Freddy's seems like a lock, this just seems like a lock to me as well. Skull and Dream of Mine. Oh, Goosebumps? Ooh, I didn't think about that, Skull and Spooky. That might be something worth taking a little bit of a deeper dive into. Now I want to go look at Goosebumps, because
It would be fun.
I would say Goosebumps would be a great haunt. The question becomes, I guess, how much is HHN willing to cater to younger adult type content? If they did the older Goosebumps books, I'm sure a lot of people would be happier, but I know a lot of my age people that I've talked to about Goosebumps don't have favorable things to say about the new things. So I actually want to see them myself. Yeah, I agree. They got to do more icon stuff from here on out. All right. Do you guys have anything? What do you guys want to hear me talk about? Because I'm going to try and figure out this. I'm going to look at something real quick to see if I can figure out why this stuff isn't working. It's going to take like a minute. Also, my music stopped. I don't know how long ago it stopped. Sorry, everyone.
I haven't heard it for a bit.
Why are you not working? Why do you make me feel so bad? YouTube. IDK, bro. I'll figure it out later.
I don't see the chat now.
What? I was about to say, chat didn't disappear for me. I was like, please don't tell me something went wrong. So I think that's about all I have for you guys. I'm sorry it was kind of a shorter stream. Again, there's just been so much that's going on over the past month, trying to get these memberships set up, trying to figure out the future of the channel, trying to get all the ideas I want to do actually out on paper, and just planning for actually being able to make this successful. So plan on at least, if not a week from today, maybe maybe a Thursday or Friday, we'll see. But maybe another stream before that, we'll see for sure. But definitely by Wednesday next week, we'll have at least one more stream, and we'll kind of start getting into more games and stuff there. Speaking of, you guys who are in chat right now, are there any games that you guys would want to see me play? Obviously, we'd still be talking about HHN and answering questions and stuff, but I feel like when we do these spec videos, or spec streams, or just casual HHN conversation, it's more interesting for you guys if you can look at something that isn't just me fidgeting and whatnot, and we can have fun with that. I have no idea why that deleted your message, Shy, and that's so funny.
It was not a deletable message.
That's so fun. I have no idea why that got deleted. That's hilarious. I have to.
Hey,
I have to edit
it
it.
to one of your streams.
What?
Hayden commented.
How is chat getting there before for you before it's getting to me? That feels disrespectful.
Walks haunted house.
Would love to see. Okay, now you said chat was being weird. Now it's being weird for me.
It glitched for me.
It was fine until you cursed me. Okay, where are we at? Breaking down an HHN hunt, talking about what makes you like or dislike it. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely 3 or 4 that are in my top 25, top 15 countdown that I just did that I want to take a deeper dive into. Part of the issue is I need to figure out like a B story to go with it, or I need to find more B-roll to go with it, because some of those, like I really would love to do a Nightingale's Haunt piece, but there's just not that much to show for it, and I'm not sure how I could visually convey a lot of my ideas without taking a deeper look at it and, you know, actually putting in the time to get something done. But maybe that's something that I'm going to look forward to after I get the next few videos done here. I'm going to try and get at least one video done this month for you guys, one video next month, on top of any of the streams if you guys join those memberships. And then March is when I'm planning on having regular content come out at least once a week, if not 2 times a week, hopefully. But we'll see. Yeah. Sorry, Cheyenne. Like I said, I tried to test everything as best as I could, but sometimes it doesn't like me.
Skull and Spooky have some game suggestions.
Yeah, Hayden. Yeah, I just heard you say Hayden made it. Thanks for coming, Hayden. Sorry that we're kind of ending it right now, but we're going to be doing a lot more streams, trivia, speculation every week, hopefully, once it gets there. So, but I'll be here to chat for a little while longer still, if you're interested. Oh, Little Nightmares 1 and 2. I agree. Skull and Spooky. Oh, those would be... Could do that. I'll have to figure out how to get all that set up as well. But yeah, Little Nightmares 1 and 2. Honestly, I want to do some Simpsons hit and run. Before I started doing HHN videos, I decided that I was going to be a hit and run streamer, and clearly that never panned out. But I did spend a few months learning all the tricks of the game, and I would kind of like to get back to that just casually. Try calling me a bad word, Shay. Maybe that'll get through the spam filter. I also had another idea. I would love to build either like in Planet Coaster or Roller Coaster Tycoon. I would love to stream building a Halloween Horror Nights theme park. I think that would be cool. Again, I just have to come up with the ideas. My list of ideas is like longer than all of this stuff. If I can figure out how to, like, I have so much stuff that I want to do, and I just don't have the time or the resources to execute it all. But like I said, March 30th, 2024, 1 year anniversary of this stream. Do I know exactly what we're doing yet? No, but it's going to a big, extravagant blowout, super cool stuff. And I'm going to be announcing very big scenic design project. Well, hopefully very big. We'll see. Super exciting stuff there. Yes, Josh, let's go. RCT. I had so many big parks that I was trying to work on back in the day. And now that, 4 years later, all the open RCT mods have pretty much locked everything that I couldn't do in the game before. So I think the modding community has finally caught up to my ambitions with that game. So I would love to get back into it and do a little bit more. Third Little Nightmares is coming out this year. Sweet. Aw, thanks, Shay. Roller Coaster Tycoon and not getting me banned. Aaron, I have no idea what I'm talking about half the time. I don't remember what that exact Futurama quote was, but there's some episode where Fry says where Leela asks Fry, like, do you even think before you talk? Or does it just come out? And he's like, nope, just comes out. That's pretty much how it is with me. So, I don't remember what we were talking about. Yeah, before we tune off here and I continue working on the videos I'm trying to get done for this month, do you guys have any final questions or anything that you guys want to chat about or ask me or anything you guys want to get set up? I can't figure out why none of these alerts are working that I spent days creating. I can't see anything on my YouTube end, so it's a future problem to figure out, but I appreciate everyone who came by. I don't even know why the tests aren't working, but what can you do?
Spooky commented.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing some Dead by Daylight. I've got it. I have it bought. I have a disc for it somewhere. I just never played it. If you guys haven't noticed, it takes me a little bit of time to sometimes try out new things and figure out how they work, and I just never had the patience to try and figure out how Dead by Daylight works. Maybe I'll go get it installed tonight, and I'll try a few rounds, and maybe I'll be able to try and set that up for next week. That might be the play now that I think about it. Yeah, I saw that they've got Freddy, Michael, and they just added Chucky. Yeah, Chucky is... I would be playing as Chucky. Okay. Stupid. Well, all right, everyone. Go be good people. Make the world a better place. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to go try and fix all the stuff that didn't work here and get started working on some videos. Stay tuned for... Oh, Nixie's coming to say bye. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the community tab on my page. I'll be posting streaming... I'll be posting updates for when the next stream will be. I think we had a pretty good turnout tonight, so maybe Wednesday again we'll do our next one, and then we'll go from there. And for those of you who join the memberships, I'll figure out how to do the Discord stuff and everything later on tonight. If you are a member, you should be able to see members-only posts on the community thing as well, so there's one of Nixie welcoming you to your membership, so go check that out. Thank you, everyone. I love you guys. I'm going to hang around for 30 seconds just to make sure there's no chat messages that I miss as I'm 30 seconds delayed from you guys, but I like this. I just need to work on being slightly more prepared and getting back into the groove of things, because
Hey, Josh can use the emojis.
Yay, Josh can use the emojis! Hey, we got something at least. Oh, was that Chino? Hi, Chino. Does Chino want to come say hi?
I don't. Hold on. I'm gonna go get the gremlin.
Thanks for stopping by, Hayden. Sorry that it was kind of the end of the stream, but I need to figure out how to plan... streams better, so that way I don't run out of things to say within an hour or so. Love you, 7. I'm glad you guys found Pinhead. I saw that. I was like, I gotta add Pinhead Larry to the chat.
Here,
when I shake my hand.
Chino. He wants to...
He does not want to say... Chino does not want to say goodbye. Say bye to everyone. everyone. You're an emoji. Look, that's you right there. Bye forever. Thank you again, guys. Stay in touch.